The movie begins when a one-eyed priest called Father Saul beheads a group of people. He then targets his victims' bodies and takes their skin. There are several tattoos on the skin, with prophecies tattooed on them. Sister Yulia prays before going to bed. She eventually dozes off. While sleeping, the sister dreams about people who have had their heads severed and seems to be experiencing the same suffering as they did. Because of her dream, the nun hurries to the restroom to vomit, but while she's inside, the light goes out. She then runs to see the statue of the Virgin Mary. The palm of her hand appears to be experiencing an odd occurrence. It is bleeding, and she feels discomfort in her stomach. The bishop is speaking with a priest named Father Fox, and he mentions the case of Sister Yulia to him. He mentions that Sister Yulia asked him personally. The priest finds it weird that the nun would ask for him directly. He declines to see the sister and states he would not exorcise her, but the bishop dismisses the nun's need for an exorcism, saying the priest merely needs to verify a divine event and some translation. The bishop also notes that Sister Yulia is expecting twins, which is similar to what happened to the Virgin Mary. Sister Yulia claims that her unborn children were speaking to her, and that's the reason why she knows that one of the twins is good, while the other is wicked. The bishop tells him that Cardinal Russo will be with him to help Sister Yulia. Father Fox is with Laura, her girlfriend. While the two are inside the house, Laura examines Sister Yulia's case file and discovers that the nun suffers from schizophrenia, abusive childhood, and immaculate conception. Thus, Laura believes she needs help. She then tells him that he should go to see the nun. In the following scenario, Father Fox decides to pay a visit to the convent where Sister Yulia is staying. Father Fox and Cardinal Russo have a meeting. They discuss the case of Sister Yulia. The cardinal informs Father Fox that the mother of the twins does not accept visitors, and that the sister is waiting for his arrival. Finally, the priest agrees to speak with Sister Yulia. The pregnant nun discusses her problem with Father Fox. She states that she believes her child is not from God, but the priest states that he believes all children are from God. When the priest asks her why she wanted to speak to him, she says that it was the child in his womb who wanted to see him. The mother of the twins says that her unborn child talked to her and told her that Father Fox is their only hope, the one who can help avoid all of the awful things that might happen in the future. After speaking with Sister Yulia, Father Fox resumes his meeting with Cardinal Russo. They are reading literature about prophecies relating to the case of Sister Yulia. Cardinal Russo reads the books, and according to the book, a virgin will give birth to twin boys, one good and one bad. The Antichrist will try to kill his brother. He will use the holy man, the soldier, the father. He then concludes that she needs to have sex with a man in order for the prophecy to be fulfilled. While the two are discussing Sister Yulia's case, they don't hear her screaming because some men have rushed into her room and covered her mouth. While strolling around the convent, Father Fox notices something weird. He feels as if someone is following him, and then he notices that the door suddenly opens by itself. When he goes outside, he notices some footprints in the snow and sees Sister Yulia bathing in freezing water in the shape of a cross. He immediately jumps into the water to save the pregnant nun. The priest wakes up and realizes it was all a dream. Father Fox hears an odd sound emanating from a room and sees a priest with one eye offering a sheep on the altar. The one-eyed priest sees him and walks towards him, but before he can close the door, the priest stabs him. Despite being wounded, he and the cardinal are able to run away from the convent. Sister Yulia gives birth while traveling by train. The cardinal assists her in giving birth. A man enters their room and seems to lose himself when he sees one of the babies. Father Fox wakes up to learn that the two babies' names are Jacob and Samuel. After that, Laura leaves the place. The next morning, Sister Yulia prepares breakfast for Father Fox. She then tells the priest how much she likes the whole place. While going around the area, the priest comes across a trap deer, which he releases without knowing it was their dinner. Sister Yulia is preparing to clean Father Fox's wound when she discovers it has miraculously healed on its own. They are about to kiss when the cardinal interrupts them. The cardinal states that they are withholding the prophecy or possibility that Father Fox will become the father of the twins. He additionally states that the prophecy is not set in stone and that it is still determined by what people decide. Meanwhile, in Laura's house, her maid is cleaning when she notices the one-eyed priest entering the house without permission. Father Fox is busy praying when the mother of the twin who has come in and is covered in tattoos strips herself in front of the priest. She then slips a ring on the priest's finger, kisses him, and they make love. Father Fox wakes up, discovering that everything was just a dream. The two discover that they had the same dream, which leads the sister to believe that it is a sign that they will become a family in the future. Laura bangs on the door with blood all over her body. Someone threw blood on her. She also adds that people have been acting strangely lately, so she wants to return to Canada as soon as possible. As Laura holds Samuel, she appears stunned. They are in the car when they hear on the radio that there is an outbreak in Estonia. They arrive at Laura's house. Laura gets an odd feeling that something strange is going on within the house. She's getting ready and hasn't even seen the body of her maid inside the closet. She wants to give Sister Yulia some of her clothes. Laura feels uneasy, so she calls Father Fox and requests that he look around to ensure that no one is spying on her. When Father Fox is in the room with her, she feels secure. The cardinal begins to have hallucinations that suggest someone is killing one of the babies. Because the babies are crying, their mother arrives to comfort them. The cardinal, who is still having hallucinations, spots a guy outside the residence. He sees a priest and says to him, "You are what you serve," and then he is captured by a pack of wolves who surround him and proceed to eat him alive. A number of people are so frustrated with Laura that they blame her for all of the deaths. They are criticizing Laura and her family and telling her that she doesn't own the city or its people. Someone shoots Laura, which ends her life. Father Fox goes to Laura's grandfather's house. He discovers that Cardinal Russo has gone missing, so they search the entire area and discover him dead, having been devoured by the wolves. So they burn his body, unaware that the one-eyed priest has entered the house with the goal of killing the babies. The one-eyed priest enters the house and wants to kill one of the infants, but Father Fox arrives and tries to stop him, but he is overpowered. The mother of the babies also tries to intervene, but the one-eyed priest just pushes her, knocking her off balance. Father Fox stands up and attempts to assist her, but the other priest overpowers him. Sister Yulia then shoots the one-eyed priest, ending his life. Sister Yulia is horrified when she observes a man standing behind Father Fox. Later that night, she sees the paintings inside the house. Seeing them makes her believe that everything that has happened to them was all part of the prophecy. Father Fox laughs at her, claiming he's wasted his entire life, since the prophecy is true. Father Fox is preparing to go to bed when he discovers Laura in his room, telling him that he can save humanity by himself. She also encourages him to kill one of the newborns because they were the cause of her death and the death of their child. Sister Yulia awakes to find the same elderly man standing behind Father Fox from last night lying on her bed, telling her to run. She recognizes that the old man is just trying to save her life and that of her twins. Father Fox has lost it and is now attempting to kill her little ones. The mother and her babies are able to flee, believing that the police can aid them. She pleads with them to help her, but Father Fox sees them and kills the two policemen. Keeps running after witnessing Father Fox murder the two men. It just keeps running until she reaches the edge of a cliff. Father Fox is able to get one of the babies. Father Fox attempts to persuade her that killing one of the babies is the only way to save humanity and does not listen to Sister Yulia's plea. She decides to shoot the priest in order to save the baby. Father Fox miraculously survives the bullet wound and recovers quickly. Sister Yulia then says that God chose to become a man, so that he would suffer the same desires and temptations that all men do, and to learn how to love true suffering, and to make sure that he is prepared to fight his brother. After exchanging final glances and joyfully embracing their children, the priest and the nun hug each other.